Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And what is this world coming to? Has anyone heard about the young man Jonathan Lewis, 17 years old, in Las Vegas in high school, who got beat to death by 8 to 10 teenage high school students, all because of a stolen wireless headphones and a marijuana vape? They were having some verbal altercations for a day or two, and then they decided to meet up, and Jonathan was going to fight one of them. And once the fight began after school, up to 10 other teens, 9 other teens, jumped him and beat him to death. It's all on video, and they are going to be charged with murder. These 8 to 10 individuals are between the ages of 13 to 17. What is happening in our world today? Here in St. Louis, a month and a half ago, they had at Alton High School, which is right across the river from St. Louis, 26 kids were involved in a riot and a fight, and were all charged for fighting and rioting. Vashon High School here in St. Louis earlier this year had several fights where football games were suspended. Riverview High School had some fighting going on that led to football games being suspended here in St. Louis also. You're seeing this all across the country. Many of these inner city public schools have metal detectors, they have bars on the window. It gives you a psychological perspective that they're training these young people for a future for incarceration. You have guards there. Some can be armed, some are not. I think this is a byproduct of young grandmothers, young mothers, and young kids, fatherless homes. You have women nowadays that are 40 years old that are grandmothers with a 17-year-old daughter who has a 2 or 3-year-old baby. We have kids raising kids. There's no semblance of family congruency anymore. It's like the Wild Wild West. Children are raising children. You might have a chronological age of 40, but you may think like a 14-year-old. And this behavior is getting completely out of control. Nobody believes in conflict resolution anymore. I think that a lot of these young people are looking at their elders and how they respond to conflict, and with physical ramifications behind any kind of conflict, and they're repeating and imitating the same behavior. We have gotten away from mediation and conflict resolution and the humanity in humans. Young people are running around here listening to degrading rap music, fantasizing about chasing the bag and becoming an entertainer or an athlete, when less than 1% of all kids get that opportunity to even fulfill that dream. None of these kids want to go to school to learn a trade or become a teacher, a police officer, a doctor, a lawyer. All of those careers are out of the window. People don't plan for the future anymore. They live in day by day by day versus week, month, or year by year. And this is an egregious, terrible situation that is taking place in Las Vegas. But it's happening all throughout our country with our young kids. But us as adults have done a poor job setting the right mentorship and illustration on how to be a constructive, psychologically thinking, intelligent human being. We're going to lose an entire generation. with the advent of computer technology, artificial intelligence, there are no jobs that you're going to have for 30 and 40 years with a pension. Having some kind of trade or skill, the numbers for kids going to college is dropping every day, and especially for kids of color. Black males are at a decimating percentage in today's time going to college. People of color, the numbers are way, way down. You have in some of our public schools in our major cities where kids are reading 2 grade levels below where they should be, and the way that they are dealing with conflict or with arguments is as if they are in prison. And this is turning our system and our future into a muddy water that we need to figure out ways to recapture our youth and have a loving and positive manifesting our truth in the right direction to save our American society. This is a terrible scenario. Now these 8 to 10 teenagers are going to be charged as adults for murder. This is going to change Mr. Jonathan Lewis's family's life forever, and it's going to change the 10 kids that are being charged for murder. This is terrible. Nobody wants to have a great future in front of them anymore. Social media, the media in and of itself, the heavy marketing and promotion of get the bag by any means necessary, these liberal laws that we have that are sweeping across the country with shoplifting and looting. Mental illness is a huge issue, joblessness, inept schools, homelessness. We are losing the entire moral fabric and ethical fabric of our middle class and lower middle class. And there's going to be civil unrest at some point, or the incarceration rate is going to go through the roof here in America. But I felt the need as a middle-aged African-American man to put up a video about this disturbing and destructive incident that took place in Las Vegas the other day. One gentleman, 17, stumped to death, beat to death by 8 to 10 juvenile teens at a high school over a marijuana vape pen and wireless headphones. That means the value of life in America today means very, very little, less than $100. We have to change this narrative. Too many guns on the street. There's too much assaults. There's too much domestic violence. The music is hideous and devilish and demonic, and it is reshaping and reframing the minds of these young people that don't even know who they are. So let's stay prayerful. Please continue to follow the Trevor Donald Experience on YouTube. Manifest your truth. Hit that like and subscribe button, and please share this commentary with people you will find this informative.